and unapologetically, we're not gonna have time, obviously, to get into all the topics. But man, we couldn't have asked for a better show though. We could not have asked for a better show. But I did want to touch on at least a couple of things. Before we take off. One, rest in peace, DMX.
Right.
I definitely wanted to address that before we get
That's
out of here.
Crazy just to even think about
just
that.
real
like
quick,
that.
man. If all of y'all can be real swift, what kind of impact X had on you, or if you just have a certain memory of X or anything.
His daughter. When they were on the ride, and he was like, "Baby, everything's okay.
Oh, yeah,
Daddy got you.
I remember
Daddy
the
love you."
roller coaster.
Da-da-da-this. Because people try to throw it off on drugs, bro. It's amazing when we have a highlight reel. They try to go find the most negative thing to say, but you don't talk about the blessing and how he changed rap, how he was at Woodstock, how many people he touched through his music, and just so much how he was blessed in the future, bro. That moment with his daughter, because they say black men aren't good fathers, black men, you're lying. And that moment by X proves it. Baby, daddy got you.
And I just seen that. I never knew he adopted Paige Heard.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
Until after he passed away, she posted like a collage of pictures and talked about the movie they did together and everything.
That's beautiful, right?
Yeah. Never knew about that.
But they don't want you to know the beautiful things. But guess what? Drugs, this, drugs, that, drugs. Come on, man, stop trying to defame this man.
But I mean, I could say this though. I know our community wasn't playing that. Like I've been seeing X get his people talk so much. I've seen a lot of posts of like, oh, y'all wait till somebody died to give them their flowers and stuff. I definitely seen, at least for our community, we rallied around X. We was not happy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When it came to X, we did not tolerate no sort of slander. And for me personally, he's somebody that pretty much was a part of my entire childhood as far as I can remember. One of my I know it didn't get a lot of great reviews. Movie guy Hardball.
Okay, yeah.
But just the way
With Keanu Reeves. Hardball?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Chris Lofton. It's funny how small the world is.
Who was he?
Chris played the little boy in Hardball. He was one of the little boys in Hardball,
He
bro.
was a whole group of them. What you mean? Which one, nigga?
I forgot.
Michael B. Jordan was a little boy in the movie.
I guess that's where they wanted me. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, look it up real quick. Yeah. But so X, having the that party up, I think was a song on there that you know what I mean. That's one of my biggest memories of me loving X.
Me too.
Just me being a huge hip hop head, man. I've always had him. Anytime I make a top 10 lyricist, rapper, whatever, I promise you, X won't be far off from being either in that top 10 or right at the brim of that. I've always felt like that.
Hey, I had the Rough Rider necklace. I had the Rough Rider chain, the big R.
Oh yeah, that double R. Yeah, I mean that entire era, but X was the forefront of it. It even, you know what I'm saying. Even Cassidy being the tail end. You know what I mean of it. You know what I'm saying. Seeing from Eve to Dragon.
To the Loudness.
Just the whole Jada and Styles. That's probably my favorite era of those two, more so than when they were with Bad Boy. Was when they got with double R. You figure out who he was.
Okay, so Michael B. Jordan, he played Jamal, and Chris Lofton played Clarence.
Clarence.
I'm about to go back.
Oh no, I remember. Yeah, Clarence didn't talk much, but I do remember Clarence.
He played Clarence in that. Shout out to both.
Yeah,
of
I
them
think
gentlemen.
Clarence was I think he was the pitcher before Miles was. I don't know if y'all have seen the movie, but
it's been a minute.
But yeah, that's one of my biggest my biggest memories of X, because when the Horrible movie came out, it came out on my 8th or 9th birthday, and I remember mom's taking me to the theater to see that, and to this day, that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, DMX was a big part of my childhood, just from the music to the movies.
Right.
When Romeo Must Die came out with Jelly and Aaliyah, it was okay, that's dope. But it was that's DMX movie. For some reason, he wasn't in it that long, but I was
you
that's
think
DMX.
Yeah.
I think DMX.
And then Cradle to the Grave is basically a part 2.
Exactly.
Of Romeo
I got a vivid memory of being with my friends. We had gone to I was running in the Junior Olympics when I was 9 and 10 or something like that. And we had just got out the airport, got in the car, and it was me and my friends, and then it was my track coach, this lady. And that song came on, and she was just pumping us up. She's like, make the car rock, and it was just that type. It was just that.
Yo, dog.
It was just that type. Just that
it's
type.
Hard
of,
not to do that with any X song though.
Just like, that type of energy, and then as I got older and like you delve deeper, like watching the interviews and just learning more about the man, it's like he, as men, we're kind of told that we're not. We don't really express our emotions, but he was extremely vulnerable, and that's what endeared us to him because
nobody questioned his masculinity.
So he was a great example of a man that had been through so much trauma and was still working through his trauma up until the end. Like it was working through his trauma up until the end, and it's just like he's just that. I don't know. He's just that dude, man. To me, like he's just that dude.
Look. DMX was so hardcore. I'm sorry. I apologize. And he still got out there and prayed for the world.
Yeah.
His prayers was fire. To be that, because we looked at DMX like, yo, that's that guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he still got up there in front of the whole world, in front of concerts, in front of everything he did, and always wanted to pray.
He was in the first Def Jam Vendetta, man. I don't know if y'all played that game.
Was he on the cover?
Yeah, I think he was the last bar belly, feel me? Yeah. Like everything, like every cradle to the grave, all that, man. It was crazy.
See, for me being the youngest on the panel, I don't have the experiences you guys have. However, growing up and being older, I'm more so, his music is undeniable, come on now. His character, and we all know I speak on mental health probably every episode as we talked about, but he's somebody that is a pioneer to me. Yet an unsung one because people don't want to highlight that part of DMX. But when it comes down to it, he was talking about mental health before anybody else was.
That's true.
Like
that song Slipping.
Enough to talk about addiction, to talk about his story about getting, smoking a blunt laced with crack when he didn't even smoke for real. Like all sorts of shit, like telling his story, him being vulnerable, like y'all said, it never took away from his masculinity. It baffles me that people don't take that as the main example to continue to be a fucking human and express yourself, because somebody who is this hard, who's this rough and tough, who's been through this much shit can do it. There wasn't not even a mention of a simp or a gay or a soft or a fruit. Nothing ever.
If anything, it was the opposite.
With the DMX sentence ever. And that's something, this man talked about flowers, talked about peace, talked about prayer, talked about love,
And you knew not to try him.
And they knew. And that's something that's often, which I feel like, I hope can be more exemplified. Unfortunately, it would take his death to do so. And rest in peace, DMX. However, I hope that this is something, the way we're highlighting his life and the things he's done. I hope we take this as many other little initiatives to highlight the fact that we can be vulnerable, we can express our story, we can talk about the fact that we love the beauty around us in nature, that we love the blessing of breathing deep into clear air, that we love to go to the ocean and just look at the fucking waves. People not being looked at as soft, black men, black people not being looked at as soft or inferior or, not masculine enough, because they see the simple things in life and can appreciate it. They see it's not just money and clout and street cred that keeps you going. It's pure being genuine. It's pure love. It's pure character. It's being pure in heart and spirit. And that's something that I value the most out of DMX, and that I hate that was taken away.
Now we're going over it. Like, DMX is like the only rap artist that I even mention in the same breath as Tupac, as far as just coming through with that aura. Yeah, that aura. That's a perfect word.
Too. Aura. Raw emotion, being able to not quite compartmentalize it in the way of separating it so much to where they're two different people because they have these dualities.
Exactly.
But more so making it clear that despite the fact that we hard, that we this, we that, we still go through.
It's I still cry.
I still cry
sometimes.
Exactly.
It's still
I feel like that's awesome.
Exactly.
And I got two things I want to mention about X that I want everybody to go check out, including everybody at this table. One, the video. I don't know if you guys ever seen the video with him and Nip.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, because I remember when I seen it originally, it touched me, because I used to be happy to just know that our legends messed with Nip the way they did, or that they had, you know, like that he had some sort of impact on them from this, you know, just small guy from South Central, you know what I mean, and you know, blew the industry away to where like anybody who's somebody addressed him, and to see X, you know what I'm saying, and it was early Nip too. It wasn't even Victory Lap Nip. This is like probably around the time of like Crenshaw and. You know what I mean? That's for the Nip, and he's telling me like, yeah, like, you know, I know about you, I heard about you. You know what I mean? Right. So that video, it's and it's even more of a beautiful moment now. You know what I mean? Considering everything that's going on, right? And I know nobody at this table probably know who J.O. Felony is.
Come on, man.
Oh, okay. My favorite DMX verse of all time is that "What You Gonna Do." It's with DMX, Method Man, and J.O. Felony.
Shout out, Meth.
So go check that out. Yeah, Meth got a verses coming up too, I think, with Red. Yeah, man. So I guess, you know, good place to, you know, put a button on it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we appreciate you sharing your story, man. It's powerful.
All of it.
You know, it's inspiring. You know, and like I told you, you know, however many years ago, man. Regardless of any of the work you've done, just living your life, you smiling, you being positive, and finding the, you know, staying away from the negativity in life, and, you know, being able to just light up a room when you walk into it. I think all of that in itself is just a testimony for you. You know what I mean? Of you being able to conquer all that and just still be moving. Let alone all the other stuff that you went through. You know what I mean? To keep this moving. And if there's anything you need, of course, you know what I'm saying, we're willing to help going forward.
And I like to piggyback off that real quick, because most people don't hear it enough, as I feel some people should. But here's me giving it to you. Your existence is valued and so important in today's world. So thank you for still choosing to put up that fight with existence.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the mental struggle alone is enough to make you want to give up every fucking day. So the fact that it's taken 16 years and counting, you still with a smile on your face, still fighting, still consistent, still advocating, still doing everything you need to do for not only, you know, justice for yourself, but justice for the system and the situations at hand.
Right.
And I just want to say that's valued. Thank you for doing the work that a lot of us can't do.
I think that's where the forgiveness came in.
Absolutely.
And like, I could have went and got a gun and done something stupid. But I really believe that my book will last forever. The movies will last forever.
And thank you for saying that. That was my next question. Can people still purchase this?
Oh yeah, the book is on Amazon. Yeah,
okay.
On Amazon.
Okay. So yeah, make sure you give me the link and all that, because I was wondering, because I've been telling everybody about this book. I told my girl I'm getting her one. I told my sister, like, so it is still available. And now I need a new copy. I couldn't even find.
You can just go on awarmfriendlygrounds.com. It's my website or whatever else, and click the link and you can purchase the book there, or you can just get it off of Amazon, straight on Amazon or awarmfriendlygrounds.com.
Okay, got
And if you want to see the trailer for the film, that's awarmfriendlygrounds.com. That's awarmfriendlygrounds as well.
Got you. And I'll make sure I, you know, put that at the bottom. You know, all right. Once again, man, thank y'all for tuning in.
One last thing, y'all can find me on Instagram at King Jaquel Martin. That's KING JAQUELL Martin. That's King Jaquel Martin. Or Look in the Mirror Productions. Putting out films, we putting out content. We just want to keep working. And if anybody want to, you know, get on the vibe, catch the wave, and just put out some amazing content to create change, that's why I named the company Look in the Mirror Productions. That's what I'm all about. I appreciate it. And once again, to the lieutenant, man, I can't wait till we have a conversation. I can't wait to be a blessing, however I can help. You know what I mean? And I wish you nothing but love and peace, because I understand the race that you're about to run. So I'm here for you.
Right. Yeah, so go check us out, man. All major media platforms. Type in the AGM Podcast or All Grind Media. I have all of our Instagrams at the bottom. You can reach out to us. Let us know what you think. Any topics you want us to bring up going forward.
Thank you for your service. I don't know if that's been touched up on, but thank you so much for your service.
I appreciate it.
You know, and to do it honorably and willingly, not being drafted, not feeling obligated for other reasons. Thank you. for your service.
And you'll see more, like, when you read the book, you'll see more on his story.
Absolutely. I'm so looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. And when y'all check the book out, man, I put the stars as bullet holes because I feel like that's the new hanging.
I love that.
You know what I mean? I mean, we're not being hung anymore.
That's crazy. I never even peeped
that,
bro. That's crazy. I've seen this picture a million times, bro.
Yeah.
Very on point.
Oh, just so I know, this is a real picture, too. From
that's the real picture.
Yeah, and I can see that. And I love like I said.
Because they used to lynch us in the street for public display, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so now I think just the social media is this public display of us being shot. So that's why I wanted to translate the hanging to the bullet holes.
Right.
That's why I came up with that.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, so hit us up, man. allgrindmedia21@gmail.com for anything y'all want to, any reviews, any topics. You want to, any words from my guy, just let us know. You can also reach us on Instagram at the AGM Podcast, YouTube, the AGM Podcast, and make sure to hit the subscribe button. You wanted to add something?
Oh, yeah. Y'all can check out my podcast. It's every Thursday. It's called Look in the Mirror, The Conversation. And I'm just blessed to be on a platform like this. And y'all can come through and y'all can come kick it with us.
Oh, for sure. Bro.
Absolutely.
Whenever, bro.
Cool.
It's set up Zoom style or whatever. So it's like the Brady Bunch box. And we throw out a topic and we all just, talk with the space.
Yeah.
That's right.
For sure.
All right, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Peace. See y'all later.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I was
I was not expecting that.
How long did you go?